John Mendez here in the latest of our how-to series. This time we're looking at manoeuvring and berthing a single engine boat. Marex have very kindly given us a nice 310 single out drive, and we have a bow thruster just in case it's not going too well. We're going to show you how to get in and out of a berth. Quite a windy day, so that's good, and quite a constrained marina as well, so lots to think about. So just a little tip, this boat's new to me, I've never driven it, stepped on it this morning, seems very nice. A couple of things I always do before I go anywhere is firstly spin the wheel. So I've got 1, 2, 3, about 3 turns lock to lock, and this one's got no helm indicator at all. So now I'm going to come 1.5, so I know that the wheel's pretty much centered. That's really key to make it feel comfy for me, and I know how much to turn for a little or a lot. The other thing I want to know is how abruptly does it go into gear. So just a click into a head, and as the cameraman nearly falls down the stairs, you can see there's quite a bit of bite. Click in the stern, and he's braced this time. And we can see the boat's got quite a bit of bite, so I don't need to be in gear for very long. And lastly, because it's 31 foot, I've got a bow thruster, so turned it on, and just a little, again, it seems to work quite nicely. That's moved the bow quite successfully, and remembering that when we bow thrust one way, the stern goes the other. So I'm on my own today. I've got to do solo boating, so I've got myself all set, helm centered, bow thruster on. You can see there's a nice breeze holding the boat off, so I'm going to release my bow line, pull the boat in just a fraction so that it's not blowing away till I'm on, release the stern line, and off we go. Boat's sitting there quite nicely. Step on, release my stern line, which I've got set with a nice little loop. Bring all that in, up to the helm. So as I'm coming out, I'm just going as slow as I dare. Not got a lot of room on the bow. So as I'm approaching something that's downwind of me, I need to get the boat stopped about now. So a little click of a stern. We're almost stopped, and then I'm going to put the wheel hard over the port, click of a stern, so I'm doing my turn by dragging the boat away from the thing I'm trying to miss. Little click of a head, watching that stern again. Not a lot of room in this marina. Nice little click of a stern now. That gives me that extra drag, getting the boat up to the top of the hill. Wheel hard over the starboard for that click ahead. And now I'm trying to drive the boat up towards this upwind side. As I come through the turn, I've got to straighten up, otherwise I'll clonk things with the stern. And now I'm leaving with this nice angle between the centre of the boats. So the wind's trying to push me to port. By keeping the bow up, I'm in neutral, very little speed of the boat through the water, but I'm controlling that bow and the wind effect on it. You can see the wind on the water, and there's a bit more wind as I get to the corner, so I have just a click of a head here, and another little one. And then as I'm ready for the turn, wheel over to starboard, into gear, have a good look, make sure there's nothing coming. It's a bit of a blind corner. Wheel still over, another little click. Don't really want anything in the way of momentum, just want to be nicely in charge without being forceful. Starting to come round into gear, gently straighten them up, and we're out. Key things there. Wheel before gear, absolutely crucial, because otherwise I'm giving the boat momentum before it's going in the direction I want. So that's most important, wheel before gear. And then the most important thing after that is neutral. Neutral allows you time to think, time for the boat's momentum to either accelerate or dissipate, depending what you need, and just allows you to be going slower than you can think, which is, for me, quite slow. So we left the berth quite nicely, actually, and we didn't use the bow thruster at all. But if you've got a bow thruster, it's a great bit of kit. So let's just show you when and how I would use it if it was mine and I thought, it was really worthwhile. So if you struggle a bit with the wheel movements and getting it all spot on every time, bow thruster's a fantastic aid. Just to give you a couple of tips of when and how. I'll just untie. So I've just untied. From the air you'll see that we're really square, or skew-if even in the berth. So I've bow thrusted out to get the bow out of it, and now I've had to use some helm to get the boat a bit straighter because we were all over the place. The wind really caught us. So that little click of bow thruster then was great. I'm just having another little one to just straighten me up a bit because we're a bit close to the rib here. And then we'll do that click ahead just as we did before. Another little click ahead. And it is quite a tight space, there's no getting away from it. So when I do that little bit of astern now to slow the boat down, if it all feels a bit tight, just make sure the boat's as stationary as you can get it. So I'm going to do that little bit of wheel to port and a click astern. Now I'm just going to have a little bow thrust. Just remember, we naturally look at the bow. That's the bit we have to remember, the stern of the boat. Another little bow thruster because we're quite close there. And that's brought me nicely up. So now I need to think about just the same as before. Keep that bow up. And out we go. And generally, I wouldn't use it from there on. I might on this corner if I was really struggling, but the engine's much more powerful. But when the boat's very, very slow, or better still stationary, the bow thruster's a great little thing.